And we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to BlockDesk News, where every week we discuss the most important news in the investment world. We discuss TCG, we discuss AI, stocks, and crypto. And also, we've started a brand new segment where we discuss and give you our top picks of the week. And that actually started only last week, and we're actually killing it. We are zero losses so far, and we're going to discuss this all this week and more, all on BlockDesk News. So let's start off with the top picks that we picked for you last week. I'll go over very briefly. XRP, our entry was at $1.37, and tonight it's hovering around 143. That's a 4.4% if you invested when we told you last week. Nvidia, alongside that, our entry point was 191.38. Tonight it's 199.88. That's another 4.4% you made in 1 week with us at BlockDesk News. Alongside that, stocks at Broadcom, which was one of my favorite picks actually last week. The entry point was 380.78 cent, and tonight it's at 399.63. It's up 4.9% in just 1 week. And to be honest, anything under 400 for Broadcom is a great entry point, in my opinion. And we discussed it last week. I recommend you going back to the video for last week to see why. Alongside that, in Pokemon TCG, there was a... Apologies for that, guys. Give me 1 minute here. Alongside that, in Pokemon TCG, the Pokemon 151 booster bundle, the entry point was $174. At the moment, it's still $174. So we have 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 neutral. I personally still think this booster bundle will go up, the Pokemon 151. It's definitely going to be a winner. It might take a little bit more time. So let's roll it over to next week and see how it performs. Now, looking at crypto, we're going to start with, well, the biggest crypto exploit of this year. And it's getting ridiculous. I think, have you not noticed, after the release of Mythos by Anthropic, which was only released to the biggest companies, the hacks have been going crazy. After AI, people are starting to hack left, right, and center. So in 2026, the biggest crypto exploit, $292 million, got drained from Kelp DAO, with wrapped Ether stranded across 20 chains. So April total crypto hack loss, just in April this year, is $606 million. That's nearly 4 times all of Q1 combined. Wrapped in ETH is now stranded across 20 different chains. So even though my topic of the week is going to be Ethereum, we're going to get into that. But yeah, Bitcoin has also been doing pretty well. It's consolidating, I guess. Even with all these hacks which are going on, we're not really seeing much of a dump on the major cryptocurrencies. Meme coins and altcoins are still struggling, but Bitcoin is staying strong. It's up as of today in the past 24 hours by 4% almost, which is doing pretty great. The biggest story is $762 million in liquidations happened this week, but that's mostly short. So Bitcoin alone took out 382 million, and now, as you can see, up. So my take personally, Kelp DAO is brutal, but it's a bridge problem, not an Ethereum problem. So smart money itself knows the difference, and the panic isn't there, as you can see clearly. If we look at Ethereum itself, overall in the past 7 days or in the 24 hours, there isn't much panic, and it's up 3.4%. So my top pick of the week is Ethereum, and I'm sure all of you have been seeing this. What is going on with Ethereum at the moment is pretty crazy. Well, simply said, is because the meme coins on Ethereum are going mad. I don't know if you guys noticed it. A lot of the liquidity from Solana is moving onto Ethereum at the moment. which is pretty crazy. So let's have a look at this. Ethereum holds around $2,380 ahead of Glamsterdam upgrade in May 2026. So why now? The Glamsterdam update lands in 2026, the biggest Ethereum since the merge. So it cuts gas fees by 78% and pushes throughput from 1,000 transactions per second to 10,000 transactions per second. Right now, guys, Ethereum is your best bet. This upgrade is going to be massive. So spot Ethereum ETFs just pulled $187 million in just 1 week, the strongest haul since 2026. BlackRock's Ether holding is at $11 billion in ETH. A staked ETH ETF is pending SEC decisions. There's so much going on in ETH. Meme coins are going into ETH. Constitutions are going into ETH. This is going to get crazy. This stable coin that everyone keeps on calling it is potentially going to be one of the biggest runners very, very soon. And we all know Ethereum, it tends to lead the bull market before Bitcoin does, before anybody else does. So accumulating wallets hit a record of 26.55 million Ethereum. That's holders basically. Staking is an all-time high. The kelp DAO panic dragged ETH down short term, and that's your entry. This is your entry right now for Ethereum. This is the time to be in it. So the risk level is extremely medium on the medium time frame. In the next 60 to 90 days, through the Glamsterdam window, through this upgrade, this is the moment to basically be entering. You know, this is my top pick of the week. That is for sure. Yeah, this upgrade is going to be crazy. 10,000 transactions per second, fees reduced to 78%. You're potentially going to start seeing NFTs. You're potentially going to start seeing meme coins back on Ethereum once again. And we're seeing meme coins already. There's so many runners. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Now, in Q1 2026 is now officially the biggest funding quarter in startup history. Just take a second to think about that. $300 billion poured into AI globally. 6,000 startups funded in 3 months. PwC just did a study. It dropped that 75% of AI's economic gains are flowing to the top 20 of companies. So the winners are clearly pulling away when it comes to AI. And this is a scale game now, right? It's all about these data centers. It's all about, and I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of them have been cancelled or banned, these data centers. So it's definitely like Anthropic's, OpenAI, they're winning the game, the race basically. Even Wall Street called the AI trade is over. Like, they're saying, you know, the winners are the winners now, right? Wall Street, it was clearly wrong. So infotech earnings expected to grow 44% in Q1. AI infrastructure drives 40% of all S&P 500 earning growths this year. Have I not been telling you week on week? I've been saying to all of you that AI infrastructure companies are the ones to invest in. Be the person not picking the gold, but the person selling the picks to pick the gold, right? That's who you want to be. So AI infrastructure centers are basically your investment go-tos at the moment. So my AI pick of the week is going to be Meta. And I know this might sound plain, but Meta reports Q1 earnings April the 29th, 6 days away basically. Consensus 6.65 EPS on $55 billion revenue. That's 32% year-over-year growth. UBS just raised its target from $872 to $908. Meta is, well, it's a ad revenue machine, right? And it's just warming up, a lot of analysts are saying. Meta's AI ad targeting is the most advanced in the world. So for those of you who don't know, Meta is one of the most successful marketing companies in the world. There's a lot of users for Facebook at the moment who actually use it for marketing. There's a lot of users for Facebook in the Asian countries. And of course, there's a lot of users on Instagram who use it for marketing. There's a 52-week low now at $479, and tonight it's around $674. So still $181 below the UBS target. You're seeing exceptional growth potential on Meta right now as we speak. And it's almost a sure bet when it comes if you're looking for a medium-term investment. And the risk level with Meta is medium, right? In the short frame, and in the medium frame, it's basically a low risk investment. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This is just our pick of the week based on what's happening in the AI industry. But the earnings are there, and yeah, and that's just facts. Now, looking at stocks themselves, there's massive earnings this week, and Tesla is the big one. Literally, just before I started this show, the Tesla earnings report came in. So Tesla pre-trading was 358. So yeah, they were supposed to deliver 358,023 vehicles in Q1, and they missed this by 7,600 vehicles. And clearly, the update literally happened like 4 minutes ago as I'm making the show. The Q1 earnings in 2026 live updates. Musk delivers cash surprise as revenue misses forecast. Which is really weird. So the stock basically went up as they missed their forecast. Isn't that really weird? So there's definitely a delivery missed in price. The print is about margins, about 17%, and the core is stable below 15%, and the bear market thesis is real. So really weird results. I'm gonna dig deeper into this. Is definitely an interesting one at the moment, and I'll be honest with you, right now is a great entry point for Tesla because of these earnings reports. So I'm going to make my pick of the week for stocks, Tesla. And I know you might think I'm crazy, but at 387, anything hovering around $388, it's basically a good entry point. The catalyst already fired. By showtime, the market has already reacted. So if Tesla dips on the margin, this is a buy setup. And right now, I think this is a buy setup for Tesla. Either way, the asymmetry is live. You want eyes on this one. I'm looking at 2-4 week time frame for Tesla, and I'm potentially I'm going to say it right now. I think by next week's show, we're going to be up on Tesla. That's my personal opinion. It's not financial advice. This one, I'm going to say, is a high risk one. Not like my other two top picks of the week, but Tesla is my third, and it's going to be my stock pick of the week. And I know it does sound crazy, even sounds crazy to me, but you know what? We're going to take some risks on the show as well. So Tesla, got speed with you, basically. Now, moving into TCG, there's a lot going on in the TCG market, and this is one of your guys' favorite segments, actually, that we speak about every week. Look, guys, when the stocks are down, when crypto is down, when the AI bubble might be bursting, trading cards have been making people millions, have been making people thousands, or if you're doing it as a hobby. And trust me, at the moment, there's quite a few opportunities in the market that are happening. So Chaos Rising ETB's current pre-order market as $119. So this is the next set I've been talking about, which is potentially going to be a great set to be looking at. I told you to miss the previous set, which was can't remember, but forget about it, right? This is the set that you should be looking Obviously, ETBs are your best investments. Their value always goes up. ETB, especially if you can get the Pokemon Sense ETB. So current pre-orders for the Chaos Rising ETBs is $190 on TCG Player. It's going to release May the 22nd, the 26th. Where you can buy them, and people always ask me, where do you buy this, Eddie? Where do you buy it? So Pokemon Center, TCG Player, GameStop, and your local store. So the most easy one is TCG Player. As you can see, there's always 25 listings at the moment at $114. The price has taken a little dip recently, so potentially a really good entry point. So why now? At the moment the set has 6 SIRs, 5 Mega Evolutions, small print by the Pokemon recent standards. Small print runs of any ETB always gonna have that spike in the first 30 days post-release. If you can pre-order this one, this is basically your time to do so. And if you're looking at single cards, buy now is the Gengar, Mega Gengar EX. Its price is basically it's around $119. So target exit post launch is going to be 400 plus on the ETB. Sorry, this is a medium risk investment, so I definitely recommend for people to be checking this out. So at the moment, Pokemon is the hot one. I know the most hottest is going to be the Cyberpunk TCG, which actually just finished their Kickstarter. Cyberpunk TCG. So on April 18th, they had the most successful Kickstarter in the world, which actually completed. And at the moment, you can still pledge. It seems like for another couple of weeks. Guys, if you're missing this, don't, because the set that you're going to get from the Kickstarter is going to be an exclusive set of cards. It's going to be like the first edition of their set, and then when it goes retail where you can buy it from the stores, it's going to be a completely different set. That's what a lot of people don't understand. When you're buying these booster boxes from the Kickstarter, you're getting 36 packs in each box, and the standard booster boxes that you're going to get in the shop are going to be 26 packs. So you're getting an extra 6 packs, you're getting extra bonuses, you're getting the beta box. Inside of the beta box, there's going to be Nova Rares, there's going to be rare cards, there's going to be a bunch of these goodies inside this beta box, which is given to you for free if you pledge right now, basically. It's going to be a complete... So they raised over, what, $27 million? Guys, that's absolutely insane. That's the most successful TCG starter or gaming starter on Kickstarter. And it's going to be a solely basically card game. It's not going to be digital at all. It's going to be like Pokemon cards, basically. No digital gameplay. So this is a pure collectible. If you grade these cards after you get them, I see the price absolutely booming because the FOMO is going to set in on this card game, and people are going to make a lot of money on this, and that's what this channel is about. If I had to pick anything this week, it's going to be this. Unfortunately, we can't see what's going to happen until October, so it can't be my pick of the week. But when it comes to TCG, the Cyberpunk TCG is going to be my pick of the year. And we're going to see in October. I've already pre-ordered mine. So we'll do a little unboxing. We'll show you guys what you get in the beta box and much more. So if you want to see that, obviously subscribe and we will show you when that is available. So going over today, there's a lot that's going on. And I wanted to show you when it comes to what happened last week and what is our picks this week. So you get a clearer picture of what is going on at the moment. So our last week's pick basically was XRP, and our entry price was at 137, and right now it's at 143. So we're up 4.4%. The same with Nvidia and Broadcom, and the Pokemon 151 booster bundle is still sitting at the same price. Still, I think if you bought it, you're in safe hands. For this week, we are picking Ethereum, and then Meta and Tesla. Our entry prices were around 2,305 for Ethereum, 674 for Meta, and 388.99 for Tesla. I think anything under 400 for Tesla is a great entry point. And of course, Pokemon Chaos Rising ETBs, $119. This is, as you can see, TCG plays are a little bit more on the long-term play. You have to wait for these prices to go up, but it's almost a certain. It seems like I've been looking at the history. That's why I've added trading cards into this channel as one of our most biggest segments. You guys seem to love it, and alongside this, people are making more money than the S&P 500 from trading cards. So, if you're an investor, you should seriously start thinking about investing into Pokemon cards, into One Piece cards, and now even maybe Cyberpunk cards. So our 4 picks of the week is Ethereum, Meta on the stock market, Tesla on the stock market, and the Pokemon Chaos Rising ETB. And we're going to check back next week and see how well these picks have performed. And hopefully, we're all going to be up as of next week. Once again, it's not financial advice. Don't come and sue us if you lose. But we have been at 0 losses so far. So here we go. So to go over what happened this week, April crypto hack hit $606 million. Seems like AI is allowing people to find vulnerabilities in a lot of projects. DeFi is really under fire by AI at the moment, and it's so easy to steal crypto. It still seems like it's always a human error, but keep your crypto safe. Keep it on your wallet. I personally have an extra phone. I have a mobile phone, not a hardware wallet. I have a mobile phone that I only connect to Wi-Fi when I need to send. And otherwise, it's just basically better than a hardware wallet because it's nothing to do with anyone. You just need to find the right, basically, wallet, like Trust Wallet. That's a really good one that I recommend. And that's the best way to keep your crypto safe. Or the OKX wallet. That's the only one that's not been hacked ever. Ethereum is going to potentially kickstart this bull market that we've all been waiting for. And that is my topic of the week. And at the moment, if this upgrade that I just told you about in the show goes live and it all goes smooth, you're going to see 10,000 transactions per second. You're going to see 78% cheaper fees on Ethereum. And you're going to see meme coins and potentially long holding meme coins and maybe even NFTs come back. So that's going to be exciting. XRP price in April is basically, XRP was our pick last week, and I'm actually really excited. It's up nearly 10% in this month. ETF inflow is going crazy. XRP is potentially going to be the biggest runner of the next bull market when it comes to the top cryptocurrencies in the world. Microsoft stock earnings in April 29 consensus is 4.40 EPS. That's 16.8% year on year. Microsoft is doing their part in the AI race, and that's something you shouldn't take lightly. Microsoft might seem like a boring old company, but they are doing cloud services. They are still the market leader, and it's definitely not an investment you should look past. Alongside this, the Mega Gengar that I did show you is a great pick. At $1,530 raw, if you cracked gross rare, if you cracked this months ago, you are really up. And potentially this is going to be a runner card that is going to consolidate around this price. If you can find it at 1,100 somewhere raw, then you can grade it and make a pretty nice little bit of change. So that's it for this week. Today's show has been short and sweet. I think our top picks is where we're really going to shine, because next week we're going to discuss how well we performed. And I'm going to have this sort of graph up for you again to see how well we're performing each week. We're not hiding anymore. We're telling you exactly what I'm investing in, how I'm making money, and hopefully we can start all making money together. So this, alongside the most important news of the week, that's going to be your edge. That's going to give you the edge to basically start making profits, even in this shitty market, even when crypto is dying, even when oil is destroying, oil prices are going up and down. We're still making money and we're still giving you the edge every week. But that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And guys, we're going to see you next week. All the best. I've been your host, Ed. All the best, guys. Bye-bye.